Hello and welcome to another Modern Toy Fair review. Today I'm taking a look at the Amazon exclusive Marvel Legends Doc Ock and Silk 2-pack. Make sure to let me know in the comments below what your thoughts and feelings are about this 2-pack, if you picked it up, if you're holding off, if you had no interest, if you were even lucky enough to get it, because I kind of got lucky and it went back in stock very briefly. With it being Amazon exclusive, it's kind of harder to get, like most exclusives, unfortunately, in this line. But yeah, as always, make sure like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video to get more toy-related content. Let's not chitter chatter. Let's go ahead and get at her. Alright, let's take a look at how they turned out. We're going to start with good old Doc Ock here. So the number one change you'll notice with the update is the color scheme. The yellow and green are brighter. And then we have this new head sculpt. So the original one, which you do get the head as well, has the kind of gritting his teeth. The hair is pretty much the same on both heads though. This one just has the sad kind of frowny face. And then you can move his glasses around to see his eyes. So in theory, if you're a customizer, you can even remove them and kind of go from there. Suit has all these wonderful like wrinkles and seams, and even the gloves feel like they're a different texture than the rest of the suit. So it's all the same as before, and you've got the ports in his back for the tentacles. It's a great figure overall. Like there wasn't a whole lot to improve on except for the tentacles, but we'll get to that. Then we have Silk. So I actually did some research on her because I don't know a whole lot about her, and I know what her other figures looked like. But like she's got the shorter hair this time around, which I really like the sculpt on it. I like it's got like that little piece kind of flowing. You've got the bandana hanging there. You've got the bright white costume against that black with the webs and the spider legs kind of coming down her shoulders and legs, which I really like the way that looks. And then it just kind of goes into a black throughout the rest of the costume, which was really nice. You have the red on the fingers. And then another thing I noticed was seamless joints. She's got that new body for all the lady figures, so good for her. I feel like if nothing else, that makes this 2-pack worth it if you're a Silk fan. On to Articulation. So Doc Ock does have that, standard Marvel Legends head joint there. If the ball, he's popped back on, gets quite a bit up and quite a bit down, and then you get just a little bit of tilt, but nothing crazy. The arms go up to about 90, got the bicep swivels all the way around the shoulder. Got the double joint elbows that only go so far because he has a surprisingly large bicep. And then you have the wrist peg that goes forward and back and twists all the way around. You do have the cut here for articulation in this midsection. Gets a decent amount forward, a little bit back. Obviously, you have to be careful because of where the tentacles go. Legs go pretty far forward, not so much back. Thigh cut there, go about a little under 90 to the side. The double joint knees don't get a whole lot because he's a thick boy. He doesn't get a whole lot of bend there, but you do get that ankle pivot in all the different directions. So you can definitely get him in many poses. I mean, let's be honest, he's a dude that has giant metal limbs coming out of him that do most of the articulating for him. So he's not very dynamic. Moving on to Silk here, though. This one's a little harder for me. So she, let me pop this off and get the... Come on, there we go. We'll take that off too. She also has the same joint there at the neck, so she can get a decent amount up and down without... And luckily with the short hair, it doesn't get in the way. A little bit of tilt. Arms go up to about 90. All the way around, you do have the bicep swivel, double joint elbows, which is nice. You have the little wrist joint forward and back and swivels all the way around. Then you get to the midsection. There's no cut at the hip, which is kind of lame. Because, as a member of the spider family, I feel like she should have a lot more articulation there. The legs, she can kick every which direction. She does have that thigh cut, but it breaks up the paint, which is annoying. But, not really avoidable. And then double joint knees and the ankle pivot. She does still get a decent amount of range, but not quite as much as I feel someone who is a member of the Spider-Man family should. Alright, so for accessories we have the OG super angry Doc Ock face with the teeth all gritting there. Then we have the alternate masked Silk face It looks like it's the same hair sculpt. Doc Ock does come with an alternate pair of hands that are open, kind of almost like choking hands. Then Silk does have these gripping hands, and then a set of wall crawling hands, and then this web shooting hand with this really cool, like, clear translucent web that comes out of it. And also kind of wraps around her arm a little bit. Then, of course, you have the lovely tentacles of Doc Ock. This one is just, you get 2 in this, pose, and then 2 in this other kind of more complex pose. They are very stiff, and they're not very pliable, and they're a pain in the ass. On to a quick size comparison. So here they are against each other. You can see Silk's a little bit taller. Here they are with Mafex Spidey, which doesn't quite scale. I mean, Doc Ock, I guess you can kind of scale, but Silk's a little bit taller than he is. And then you have the new Venom from the King in Black 2-pack that just, is huge against all of them. We take these 2 guys out, we'll replace them with good old Pimp Daddy Destro and Jon Favreau from the Marvel Legends line. So Jon Favreau, a little bit taller than Silk and even taller than Doc Ock. And then good old Pimp Daddy is actually, he's almost as tall as Silk, not quite much taller. We move her over to this side, and we'll bring out the big beefy boy himself, the Marvel Legends Build-A-Figure Armadillo, who is, just scaled so massively against all of them. And last up is the box art. So we have this lovely windowless packaging. You've got the renders on the front. And then, of course, you've got the amazing artwork behind him. Why was that not the main box? You got Silk's logo at the bottom, the figures on the other side. Even better looks at that amazing artwork that they could be using. You're already paying for it. Just make it the main focal point. Spider-Man Anniversary at the top. Half Spider-Man's face and the barcode. Don't choke on this in the bottom. And then flip it on the back, and you've got a picture of both figures and all of the accessories they come with. I'm still not a fan of these, but not because of the window, just because it's lazy. And then as far as the interior, when you pick these up, they just come kind of tied into these lovely cardboard cutouts, and then everything comes in these little paper bags. Okay, so overall, I'm not gonna lie, I did buy this solely for the Dr. Octopus. I unfortunately never bought the original release, and I'm kind of happy I didn't, because this one I like better. I like the fact that the colors pop. It's not quite as washed out with all the, I guess, realism they were trying to bring to it, with having the dirtier colors compared to this one that's a little brighter. I will say the tentacles are garbage, but I probably was gonna keep them anyway. You'll see a video hopefully either same day or next day, depending on how long it takes me to edit it, of me making it into a custom with the fancier arms. So hopefully that turns out the way I want it to. But I'm not gonna lie, Silk definitely was the star of this 2-pack. I can see why they kind of did it this way, because her with the seamless joints for the elbows and knees, and the new head sculpts are pretty cool. It was definitely kind of a surprise, because I don't really know a lot about Silk. I didn't know just enough to kind of get by, but I'm not like a huge fan or anything like that. And the figure really impressed me, so maybe I should be keeping track of what Silk's doing. But let me know in the comments below what your thoughts and feelings are, if this tipped you one way or another over the fence. And of course, please make sure to like and subscribe for more toy-related content, including our reviews, top 10s, how to pose, smash or pass, woke or nope, the weekly podcast, toy therapy. The list goes on. We constantly have new content coming out each and every week, so go give it all a good old viewing. And of course, head over to twitch.tv/Modern Toy Fair every Wednesday night, 10 p.m. Eastern Time, for our weekly toy haul on OnlyFigs. And that's going to be it for this week. Hopefully we will see you next week. Same toy time, same Toy Fair channel. Thank you for watching.